First of all, I want you two kids to know this is a safe space, okay? Feel free to express yourself. Don't be afraid. I sense there's an enabler here, but we'll get to that.
In the hall of moonless night we dwell a secret pair. Master of the TDS's wife, riding raven fair. Dancing through the void we twirl, whispers fill the air. Seeking truth within the dark where few would ever dare. Close to velvet shadows lead through labyrinths we glide. Refusing what the world has made our spirits unconfined. Eyes like ancient mysteries and twilight's gentle bind. We dance to find what hides beneath the lies the world defines. In the darkness we are free to be what truth reveals. Far from all the cage, the soul to feel what darkness feels. We are echoes in the night where hidden answers lie. Master with his raven as they dance beneath the sky. Through the silence, whispers fall like ghosts upon the ground. Waltzing through the shadows where the lost and found are bound. Her laughter like the morning sun, his gaze a stormy cloud. Riding raven spins her tales of truth unseen though proud. Cloaked in velvet shadows, deep through labyrinths we glide. Refusing all the world has made our spirits unconfined. Eyes like ancient mysteries in twilight's gentle bind. We dance to find what hides beneath the lies the world defines. In the darkness we are free to be what truth reveals. Far from all the cage, the soul to feel what darkness feels. We are echoes in the night where hidden answers lie. Master with his raven as they dance beneath the sky. The swirling in the night, our steps a silent storm. Unwritten paths beneath the stars, our destinies reform. Beneath the surface, shadows live, and in the dance we're sworn to find the truth that's buried deep through every night reborn. In the darkness we are free to be what truth reveals. Far from all the cage, the soul to feel what darkness feels. We are echoes in the night where hidden answers lie. Master with his raven as they dance beneath the sky. Darkness we are free to be what truth reveals. Far from all the cage, the soul to feel what darkness feels. We are echoes in the night where hidden answers lie. Master with his raven as they dance beneath the sky. Dance beneath the sky. Dance beneath the sky.
All right, listen up, you bunch of lost souls and weirdos. It's showtime. You want to survive in this world of pop culture chaos? Well, here's the secret. You got to hit that subscribe button over on Gothic Therapy's YouTube channel. Yeah, that's right. Do it or I'll come knocking, and trust me, you don't want me as a house guest. Don't be shy. Whack that button like you're slamming the door of your in-laws. And hey, hit the bell too, or I'll be haunting your dreams. Catch you on the other side, baby.
In the heart of chaos where agendas collide, master of the TDS and raven stand side by side. Exploring the madness, we uncover the proof with sharp wit and insight. We're the voice of the truth. Welcome to Psycho-Synopsis, the dark side of the truth. Dive deep into the madness you cannot refute. Secrets of the ASYLUM, come free your mind. Crazy or not, let us be your guide. Diving into the shadows where secrets reside. We'll tear down the facade of culture's villains can't hide. Wild theories and whispers in the dark. Join us on this journey, reignite the spark. So tune in and listen, let's spark the debate. With Master Riding Raven, your salvation awaits.
Welcome, seekers of the asylum,
For those searching for salvation,
or embracing the insane.
you've come to the right place.
How is everybody doing tonight? I am sick.
So I will be doing most of the reading of chats. Probably.
Oh, it looks like we just got a new subscriber, I just saw. Hopefully our stream elements will not start spamming. Okay, so any news to get out of the way beforehand?
You mean besides the fact that it took us and we just survived a 3-day weekend that we'll have to do again this week?
I
There's
didn't
only
need a
so much
reminder.
eat, sleep, read, repeat you can do until you lose your mind.
Honey, I don't know if your thing's jumping as much as you think it is.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's my
La
end.
la 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 la.
You didn't have to give us an impromptu opera, but okay.
I'm actually not that good an opera singer. I've tried, but then again, when I do try, it's normally falsetto, and I can't really actually try without upsetting the neighbors, which you don't like me doing.
I can do opera, but I've never done it. Well, I've never done it on the
can?
stream before. You never heard me do it?
You do opera?
In the risk of hurting my voice, I can imitate one.
I mean, if you want, but I'd rather you know, save your throat.
Figaro!
Okay, that's close enough.
There you go. You got an opera. You're welcome. Okay, like usual, we're going to see who's here. Raven is going to be reading the chats today. We'll see how that goes. Behave.
Never.
But yeah, to that way I can conserve my voice for the different segments we have. It's going to be an interesting one because I think some people are going to be annoyed at some of the stuff that we cover in the second topic, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was in response to my join our asylum. Because in accordance with our calling our followers seekers of asylum, I have renamed the clinic, our Discord server, to the Asylum.
Psst, honey.
What?
You're supposed to read the messages.
Oh, right.
And the names of the people who read them.
Okay, from Ashes, our Psycho tier member. Already have. Hope you two have been doing well. I'm getting over a cold, but still streaming myself playing on the Series X. Good for you. TJ, T-Jazz Art and Comics, waves high. The Fizcozo corner said, I said it's a wicked overreaction, not like anybody cares about Oz anyway. Ooh, you should not have said that.
Do not.
You see, I don't know if I've said this before, but anyone who is new here, when it comes to The Wizard of Oz and the Oz Chronicles, my husband is the equivalent of a Tolkien scholar. You are going to be torn apart, my friend.
Well, I would say somewhat. I'm not perfect.
Honey, you know more about Oz than anyone I've ever met.
Except for people who probably read the other books that I don't count as canon, but sure, whatever.
Those don't count.
Whatever.
You've read all of L. Frank Baum. Therefore, you are a scholar.
Okay, we got it. We'll talk about it later.
Neo Dark Matter says, good evening, all. Good evening. The Great One is here, our orderly, and also a member. Our mods are called orderlies now, people. Keep up. Says, hi, all. And no comments with a bad kitty. Paladin Demo says, hello. Hello. Mermalade says, hey, guys. Hello. Maisie Van Dowson responds with ghosts. I send ghosts back, but I am currently busy.
You're supposed to be reading the chats. That's what you're supposed to be busy doing.
That is what I'm doing. That's
Good.
why I'm busy.
Yeah, keep doing it. No haunting anybody in the chat with ghosts.
Aw, you're no fun.
At least for now.
Great One is here
hold on.
says, oh. Great One is here, says, that's so much better. Somehow my YouTube went to light theme. Ugh, now it's back to dark.
Embrace the
Dark mode is
darkness.
always better.
Embrace the darkness within you.
That was a
Wow,
really
your mic
bad laugh.
actually- Yeah, that was bad, but your mic picked it up.
For once.
No.
Stream Elements. Thanks for joining our therapy group, Sassy Cassie, Peach Silver Fox Club. Whoever you are, thank you for joining. Fantasia Project Sobihiro says, hello, TDS Raven. Big smile. Hello.
Hello.
Fasto Solis says, hail to you as well. I will not be reading that one. Because
Yes, you can read it.
no. Well, have you heard about the recent Twitch Israel controversy? No, I have not. No, he has not. And no, we will not be speaking of it.
Wait.
What?
Calm down for a second. Okay.
What?
There's
We
a
don't like to
different
get political.
Yes, but it's a different controversy, if you'll let me explain.
Oh,
First off, Griffin of Might, thank you for the message. He says, have you heard about the recent Twitch Israel controversy? If you're referring to the fact that they are no longer allowing people in Israel to make Twitch accounts, then yes, I have heard about it.
okay, that's bullcrap.
Yeah, so I know we don't get political here, but yeah, that's our statement. That's ridiculous. You should not be banning people from being able to make accounts. So if that's what you were referring to, that's our take on it. We're not going to go into the details with Asmongold, whatever, purely because we're not political and not a huge fan of Asmongold. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, he's dumb. Macy Van Dowson says, I embrace the insane! Did that catch me?
Yep.
Paladin Demo says, praise Nurgle. No. Praise the Night Haunter. Ave Dominus Nox. The only person I know who actually is a Plague Marine is our friend Arkasule, who is quite proud of it for some reason.
Look, here. See, banning accounts in Israel, block users in Israel for making accounts. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Really, really ridiculous. I don't understand that. I don't want to understand that. And wow. Fasto Solis says, I see the great-grandfather has blessed the master. Yes, unfortunately, Nurgle comes for us all. The right one is here, says, Raven Opera time. If master allows it. And T-Jazz Art and Comics says, oof, don't do that again. Probably referring to your attempt at opera. Grey One is here, says, when you're not sick, do Bugs Bunny singing opera. Can you even do a Bugs Bunny?
Yeah, what up, Doc?
Okay, that's not bad.
I literally have never done that before. I just did it now.
The same thing happened with your Doofenshmirtz, remember?
Yeah, sure.
Fantasia Project says, I wish you well, TDS. Always have some chicken soup and some fresh lemon juice. Why would anyone drink plain lemon juice?
I think they meant in the soup, honey.
Why would you put lemon juice in chicken soup?
I don't know.
Lord of the Rees says, hello, hopefully I am not too late. No, you are just in time. We're still getting through chats. Corey Bieber says, hail the asylum with a good kitty. Alexander the Mad Hatter says, hello, all inmates. Who else stared longingly into the abyss to embrace the oncoming insanity?
I'm so glad your mic did not pick that up.
Why?
Because you don't have a you literally cackle at like a volume that literally only dogs can hear.
For the microphone. I was leaning back from the microphone and it didn't pick me up.
Because you cackle at a volume that only dogs can hear.
And humans, but apparently not microphones.
Yep.
3M5000 says, am I late? No, you are not. The Fizchozo Corner says Oz is basically a dead IP. Oof. We'll get to that. Grey One is here says, I'm actually a patient. I stole this orderly outfit. You're an orderly in our YouTube chat. That counts. Marmalade says, I think I started talking to TDS over Oz. He was having a Wicked versus Oz thing, and I shared my annotated Oz book.
I remember that.
Ryo Hoshi says, everything after Bomb is pretty much meh, aside from the 2 graphic novels, which seem to be obscure AF.
I have not read anything after Bomb because it is not Oz. It is people trying to cash in on Oz, and they did terribly. Literally, one of the titles is like grandfather in Oz, whatever. That's so lame. No thanks.
Yeah. 3M5000 says, Wicked is the Dragon Ball evolution of the story of Oz. Oh my god, you're right. Wicked is fan fiction. I know it is. I admit it's a good musical, but I also know it's fan fiction. Lord of the Rings says, we did put our skeleton graveyard today. We put out our graveyard skeleton. Words. We did put out our skeleton graveyard today. Good for you. I wish we were allowed to do Halloween decorations. But we're Jewish, so we don't celebrate Halloween. Even though it is the perfect time to buy new house decor. No? Oh. Lord of the Rings follows up with, the neighbors looked at me weird carrying a shovel. Good. Taylor Swift greater than Disney, Star Wars, MCU, and Doctor Who says hello. Hello. Why must your name be so long? Macy Van Dowson says, Invader's voice. Come to the dark side. We have cookies. Did that catch me?
That sounded so bad.
Come to the dark side. We have cookies. We also have cake.
Come to the dark
and fun.
side.
And parties.
We have cookies.
Do it. Join the dark side of the Force, and your pathway to cookies shall be complete.
CreaTV, the Creatorverse, says, good evening, you creatures of the night. God bless. You as well, sir. That was what I meant. Not, yeah. We figured that. Now we do. Spock the Ripper says, LOL, did you just tell her to calm down? Dead man walking.
Who says I wasn't already dead? I live with her after all. Who's to know? You can't see it.
Honey. Akirian Carter says, have you guys heard of the recent body horror movie, The Substance? No, I do not believe so.
Guess what, honey? Guess what time it is?
What?
I'm writing this down. This is good stuff.
Okay. Is that my cue to write it down? Because I'm busy reading chats.
Yes. I don't have the thing to write it down. I'll read a couple. Macy Van Essen says, so tired of getting commercials interrupting your live stream. That's weird.
Yeah,
I have them on the lowest setting. Specifically.
Yeah, well, YouTube both loves us and hates us, so it's going to interrupt us as much as we can.
Paladin Demo says, lemon juice and chicken soup sounds weirder than Cthulhu Mythos on Night Gallery, and I'm on that episode. Okay. Do you want to continue, honey?
Sure. Jared Markham says, that actually worked even though you are sick. Maybe that actually helps. The Vagrancy Horror says, is the cake $30? Also, LOL, also good evening. Well, it is in kosher bakeries now. I don't know why. My mother-in-law is going crazy about how expensive desserts have gotten. Fasto Solis says, the cake is a lie. The cake is a lie. Is it, though? Ryo Hoshi says, the two graphic novels basically nailed pretty well the voice of Bomb. It might be fan fiction, but it's the type of fanfic where you wish that the estate hired this person to finish the manuscripts instead.
I'll read this one. Lord of Rees says, do it. Darth Sidious.
Do it, and your journey to the dark side shall be complete.
Great One is Here says, well, if you did die, she would just bring you back.
True.
Or I would go with him if my necromancy failed.
You know what is failing, though?
What?
Your avatar. It's not moving.
Ugh, that's because I'm starting to talk a little more softly. It's because my voice is now starting to hurt. Hold on. I have a trick for that.
Oh.
Ricola! All better. What?
Never do that again.
Ricola!
No.
Did it even pick me up?
It did, unfortunately.
Come on. I'm a great singer.
Wait, I saw something. Oh. That Palpatine's on point, thank you. Tim's Talk.
Tim's Talk says, the wicked stuff. Maybe it's a marketing ploy and staying in character to promote. Well, that's too much credit, though. Wait, that's too much credit, though.
No, it's not. I wish it was, but it's not. And even if it is the worst marketing stunt ever, and it just got her tons of bad press, and she knows it. So, yeah. All right, let's get into our topics. So, we're going to go into our topics as usual. We do have some both game therapy and media therapy today.
Yep.
So we're going to get into our first topic. I did, as last time, someone mentioned specifically that these singers were a little bit too loud. So I did lower the volume. Let me know how they are now. If they're too quiet, I will obviously raise the volume, but I think they're good. But we'll get into our first topic right now. Cynthia's eyes were erased, and she's filled with disdain.
Calling the fans' cruel edit both offensive and vain.
She claims it's erasure, making quite the show.
Oh, wait. Honey, we forgot to go green screen.
I got it. I realized it. Whoops. Take two. I'm glad the mic isn't catching that. You didn't see anything.
Stupid Mike.
Cynthia's eyes were erased, and she's filled with disdain.
Calling the fan cruel edit both offensive and vain.
She claims it's erasure, making quite the show.
But it's just a poster tweak from the Broadway we all know.
Yeah. So, let's get into this. So, here's the
and you are going to be doing most of the talking in this one because you are the one who has so much more to say.
Well, let's first actually get what happened here. So, they're making a movie based off of Wicked, the very popular musical based very 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 loosely on Oz.
Actually, the play is based on the book of the same name, which is many times loosely based on the original Oz books.
Yeah. So basically, what happened here was that they had a poster that was mimicking the original poster, and a fan basically took it and made it so that it doesn't show the eyes or whatever. And
Basically
long
made
story
it look,
short,
basically took the poster that they tried to make to look like the Broadway poster and made it look more like the Broadway poster.
yeah. And the main actress who plays the Wicked Witch, who I think her name is Cynthia something. I don't really care. I think it's Cynthia Erivo. I don't remember. But basically
I don't really care either.
went ballistic. Honey, do you want to read what she had to say in her post?
Sure. Ahem. This is the wildest, most offensive thing I have seen, equal to that awful AI of us fighting, equal to people posing the question, is your green? None of this is funny. None of this is cute. It degrades me. It degrades us. The original poster was an illustration. I am a real-life human being who chose to look right down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer. Because without words, we communicate with our eyes. Our poster is a homage to... is an homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me. And that is just deeply hurtful. Boo-hoo!
So, yeah, she basically went off on a giant kind of rant saying that it was erasing her. And let's be honest here, lady, you ain't being erased. Okay?
No. If anything, the fan edit looks a lot better than the poster the movie studio made. I mean, seriously. Idina Menzel, credit to Idina Menzel because she really brought the fanfiction character to life in a way no one else could have. And I saw the Broadway after Idina Menzel left it, and I saw it with an understudy, and it was still pretty good. But
I have not seen it.
this woman, part of what I find hilarious is they cast, a black woman as the green woman. Can we call that greenwashing, or is that offensive too?
It's green face, clearly.
Exactly.
But no one's erasing
the witch is
you.
not supposed to be green because the witch is not supposed to have green skin.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But let me clarify first. Nobody's erasing you. You are making a big deal out of nothing. You and everybody else in the entire world knows that this was an edit of a poster. If you don't like the fact that somebody used AI, or you don't like the fact that someone removed your eyes on the poster, that is fine. But saying that by doing so, it is erasing you, and when it is clearly meant to be making the poster more accurate to the one original, without which, of the success of which, you would have no job.
Or movie.
I would suggest you not speak. But let's get into the nitty-gritty, okay? Let me explain why I hate this. I've never seen Wicked, and I have no plans to, because it is fan fiction, and I'm being nice.
I've seen it. I have seen it. My mom took me for my 18th birthday, and I quite enjoyed it. To be fair, it was before Master introduced me to the original books, which once you read, you automatically start hating the movie because it's so inaccurate to the book. I'll say it again as a quick tangent. The only Wizard of Oz adaptation movie I have ever seen that was actually somewhat faithful to the books was The Muppets Wizard of Oz. And that's saying something, okay? But please, darling, continue.
Okay, let's get into this. So why do I hate this Wicked? Why do I hate all these adaptations? Because they're just that, adaptations. Let's be honest here, okay? Do you guys see the picture in the middle of what we're looking at right now, where it shows a lady wearing an orange with a hat, whatever? Guess what that is?
That is the original illustration of the Wicked Witch of the West from the original Oz book printings back in the early 1900s.
So not only is the witch not green, but here's a fun fact. It even mentions in the book, quote, "The Wicked Witch had but one eye, but that eye was as powerful as a telescope and could see everywhere." And in the movie, they have Oz request that Dorothy get the witch's broom. That annoys me. Why does it annoy me? Because in the original that they censored. The wizard asks Dorothy to retrieve the Wicked Witch's powerful eye. Why? Because he was worried that the Wicked Witch would use the magical power of her eye to see him for what he truly was.
I was gonna say that.
You said I could say it. I'm on my roll.
Sorry.
I love you.
Okay, keep going.
But yeah, so it takes a huge chunk out of the story. Now, I want to make very clear, I think the original Wicked Witch, I forget who she was portrayed by. Margaret Hamilton?
Yes. Who also played Morticia's mother, in the 60s Addams Family TV series.
Yeah.
She played an amazing witch, honestly.
Yes, she did an amazing job, and I think she did a great job. But the Wicked Witch is not green. She has one eye. And already, that is enough to make me annoyed because, again, I think that the eye being the thing that Dorothy was sent to get actually makes a lot more sense. Also, in the original books, when Dorothy kills the Wicked Witch, it is an accident. It is not on purpose. She gets annoyed that the Wicked Witch steals one of her shoes and takes the bucket thinking to annoy her and dashes it over the witch, and the witch dies because of an accident. So they changed that too.
Yeah, also the shoes are supposed to be silver, not red. And witches in Oz are also supposed to be wearing white. Witches wear white in Oz. Not pink, not black, white.
Look, there's a lot of things wrong with the adaptation, but to be fair, I already had reasons not to like Wicked, and this just gives me another reason to not like Wicked. And in my book, is completely fine because I was not planning to see this atrocity. And I think that the fact that you did this, lady, good luck to you, because a lot of people, there are so many comments I'm seeing on social media. There is literally nobody who is for you. Aside from the people saying, well, she's a black woman and she's saying she's a race, and she was looking down the barrel of a camera.
She is a black woman playing a green woman who's not even supposed to be green. Honestly, may I say this? She doesn't, to me, she looks more like Shrek than a witch.
She looks like Fiona.
No, Shrek. I thought Shrek before I thought Fiona.
But here's what I'm going to tell you. Your look looks like someone caught you on the toilet. Okay? Clearly. It looks like someone caught you on the toilet and you're like, please leave. So guess what? We will. We'll leave. And you won't get us, your pretty, and our little dogs too, because we'll be gone. You won't have anybody watching your stupid movie. And there's 2 parts to this. And it is an atrocity. It is a desecration to L. Frank Baum's work.
They are also I am telling you right now, based on what I saw in the trailer, they're going to make a lesbian relationship between Elphaba and Glinda. Just watch.
Also, I want to say something. A lot of people say, well, it is an homage because Elphaba is L. Frank Baum's name, but it's mixed up and they made it her name because what? The Wicked Witch didn't have a name. That's the whole point. You idiots.
Glinda and Old Mombi, I think, were the only witches actually named, right?
Actually, there was the Wicked Witch of the East, I believe, as well.
I don't remember her name, though.
And there was another one that later on gets mentioned in the books I forget the name of. But if you have not read the original Oz books, because yes, there are multiple, I would suggest you read them. They are great stories for children. If you have young kids, they are completely 100% safe to read for kids. And I would suggest you read them. They're amazing. They are great stories. Don't go see this. Go buy an Oz book. Sit on a chair with your kids and read an Oz book. You will enjoy it a lot more, and you will thank me.
Yes, because L. Frank Baum was literally the Tolkien for children.
Yeah. And I will die on that hill.
So will I. Fight us.
Just please make sure that there's no house on top of me when I do die, because that would be bad.
Oh, don't worry. I'll just whack it away with my broom.
You're gonna whack a house away?
With magic. Duh.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right. Let's switch back to chat mode.
Yep.
Chat mode initiate.
Beep, boop, beep. Hello, humans.
We're back.
What?
Yeah, sorry. I had a rant. Sorry.
So,
Edit in post. No, we do it live. We'll do it live.
So, where do the chats begin?
I got it. Okay, I'll read them, I guess.
Lobby says that punim is offensive and we all know it. Are we talking about the Hebrew word? Because I forgot what that means.
I forget what it means too.
Hebrew is hard, okay? Even if it
I'm not
counted as our
perfect.
foreign language class in high school, neither of us can speak it.
I can understand it, but that's pretty much it. Also,
Yeah,
I
same.
saw some people talking about the ads. I'm so sorry. I do not understand why they're being like this. They should
You
not
turned
be.
it down. You literally turned
I
the setting
turned
for
it
them
down so much to where it's the minimal. But for some reason, it's not letting me do better. I will check and see what I can do to fix that for next stream. I do apologize. That's not what we want here.
Yeah, we'll do our best. YouTube
Wait, is
Vagrancy Horror says, wait, is this play loosely based? Quite.
let me clarify. It's not loosely based. It literally uses the same characters, and that's it. There is nothing in it that is literally canon to the Oz books at all. It is a bunch of heap of garbage.
It is supposed to be a fan fiction prequel to the fan fiction movie that everybody knows. Because the movie was fan fiction.
Well, no, the movie was close to the original, but was not good enough. I think, as I said, I think the removing of the eye element was, for me, the biggest part that ruins it for me. But to be fair, it was closer to the movie. It was closer to the movie than this is going to be. This is awful. I'm going to say something here, okay?
Literally, this play is an origin for the Wicked Witch, an origin for the ruby slippers, which are supposed to be silver, an origin for Glinda, and how she and Elphaba became enemies, the origin of the Tin Man, the origin of the Lion, the origin of the Scarecrow, and the reason that Dorothy's house ended up in Oz to begin with, if you read between the lines of something that one of the other characters says. Because
I want to clarify something.
Because the teacher at the magic school says that her specialty is the weather. I don't know if anyone caught that, but I did.
I want to clarify something.
What?
They literally try to make the Wicked Witch and Glinda, I believe, right? That's the whatever. They try to make them have love interest with two other characters who turn out to be the Tin Man and the Scarecrow, whatever. I literally cannot be bothered to read it. I am never going to read it. It will never be used for anything in my life. I hate it. I never wanted to see anything from it. And quite frankly, this person has made me even less likely to watch it, which is an accomplishment. Congratulations, Christina, whatever your name is. You made
Cynthia.
it so that I don't care what her name is.
I think I now know why her name is Cynthia. Because she's synthetic as hell.
No, I think her name is Cynthia because she's a brat.
I don't get it. I thought my pun was better.
No, she's a brat.
Aww.
Bratty. I love you.
Cynthia synthetic. Okay. No,
okay.
no.
It was okay. It wasn't as good. I'm annoyed. I hate the fact that this is a thing. And I also absolutely hate that they made me care even less about this, enough that I will get angry about it.
You'll get angry regardless because it mocks Oz.
I literally rarely get angry at things, okay? This is one thing I get angry at because this is just blatant, like, we made fan fiction. Please worship us. No, I do not.
Tim's Talk says, so how come the witch is not wearing a prosthetic attachment nose, like pointed? Even Mila Kunis wore something.
Because the only prosthetic that would be good for this one is a clown nose. Thank you. Because she's a clown.
Moving on. Lord of the Ree says she outed herself as not a fan of the OG. I keep forgetting what that means. Original?
Oh, original character. Original.
No, that's OC.
Original.
OC is original character.
Oh, gee, I forget.
Could someone please in the comments translate OG for me? Otherwise, she would have loved the reference paying homage to the OG, like the poster was pretending to be from the start.
Okay. Wicked is woke too. I don't know if it's
going to be.
woke. It's just
about
this
to
is going to
be.
be. Apparently, people are saying original generation. That's annoying.
Thank you.
But yeah, I don't know if Wicked's going to be woke. I think that it's going to be this iteration is going to be. I honestly don't care because I haven't read it and I don't plan to. I see a lot of people complaining about the ads. I apologize. I see 2 ads. One's here. That's really annoying.
I haven't watched NFL since moving out. Paladin Demo says, guess Cynthia fell for the Clark Kent glasses in temper tantrum mode. Vagrancy Horror says, I am a real human. I deeply doubt that. Fantasia Project says, she played too much of the blame the card game. Alexander the Mad Hatter says, cry me a river, lady. Spock the Ripper, excuse me a moment. Spock the Ripper says, she would have to be visible before she can be erased. Nobody knows who this person is. Ouch!
Well, wait. Now people know. They'll know you as the person who cried a river about, you're erasing me. You removed my eyes and made me look more original than the poster. How dare you? I'll get you, my pretty, and your little poster, too.
Again, the fake poster, she looks like Shrek. I can't be the only one who thinks that.
And yes, I just did do a Wicked Witch. I can do the Wicked Witch. Don't ask.
I do a cackle better than you, though.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
Also, the flying monkeys are not supposed to be her minions. They're a slave race bound to the hat she wears. Green face. Yep. Mermelade says, it was such an overreaction. She looks like a deer in the headlights. Honestly, I would have loved to see Idina Menzel. Wicked, more like rotten. Something Rotten is also a great play.
Okay, we're moving quicker because we got to get through this.
Tim Stock says, Sonic gets critiques, they listen. Respect fans. They went and saw it 3 films later. Macy Van Dowson says, I love the Muppet movies. Well, I know that The Muppets Wizard of Oz is the only Muppets movie I actually want to watch again. Even if it does have some inaccuracies, it is still the most accurate to the books I have seen.
I didn't tell you about this, but someone brought this up, so you should know.
What? Baum did Oz film adaptations himself. They're a trip if you can find them.
I happen to know where they are. I have 2 copies.
Are those the ones that actually have like TikTok and all the other characters that come later on?
I think they're black and white. We got to get through this because we're got to get through this. Sorry, guys, we're getting through this as quick as possible because we have 2 topics more to go and we have a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. Fantasia Project says Margaret Hamilton. Yep, she is incredible as the witch. May she rest in peace. Remember, everyone, Baum didn't want the story to be scary like fairy tales.
I'm going to read this one. Somebody once told her the world was gonna roll her. She ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb, losing her mind over an edit of her poster. It doesn't really work.
Yeah, I know.
Boo!
Come up with a better rhyme.
Boo! Boo!
If you don't get that reference, you're not cool.
I'm going to keep reading, honey, because we want to get through. 3M5000 says, did he say this garbage is going to be 2-parter? Yes, it's broken into 2 parts.
Unfortunately.
Corey Weaver says, so Master TS wouldn't be down for a J.D. Patrick McKay directed Amazon Prime sequel to Wizard of Oz? No! Guy Boy says, immediately bad property values. That's true. Dim Day says, well, I'm sold. I will now read an actual Oz book. Please do. They are good.
You're
you will
welcome.
Enjoy them.
You're welcome.
If you're looking for something that is going to be a decent, it's well written. If you're looking for something like a dark fantasy, you're not going to find it. It's very much.
No, that you'll have to go to the original Grimm's fairy tales for. But if you want something that's wholesome, great for children, and something that was partially written by children because of all the fan letters L. Frank Baum received, with so many suggestions for continuing the books because of things they wanted the characters to do, which he obliged, then yes, Oz books for the kids. Do it.
I want to say something here, okay?
Mhm.
This is why I'm very passionate about it. L. Frank Baum does not get enough credit. L. Frank Baum actually at one point decided he was done making Oz books and found a way to end it, okay? But he got so many messages from kids, so many letters begging him for more stories, that eventually he gave in and spent literally the rest of his life writing Oz books for children. And at the end, they literally made one more book, and that was it. They only had a little more notes. And they had said, and I'm getting a little emotional about this, but literally said that he had gone away to tell the stories to children in other places who never had the Oz books. He spent his life doing this. Like,
It wasn't what he wanted to do, but he loved the reception of his stories so much. The reception of the stories moved him probably to tears. And so he kept writing for the children who wanted more stories.
Macy Van Dansen, member for 10 months. Gee, I've been with you all for 10 months. Gothic therapy, good kitty. Thanks for being here for 10 months. Not 2 months, sorry.
2 months. 2 more months, and then she'll be here for a year.
Hello from Indonesia.
Hello.
Thanks for joining our therapy group, Aaron Caldwell. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yay, more inmates.
Master's reacting to this the way I watched The Last Jedi. Yes, to me, this is The Last Jedi to me in a way, because I think that L. Frank Baum doesn't get enough credit, and he deserves respect.
He never does.
And I think
literally
that
the only other author I have ever seen give L. Frank Baum the credit he's due when it comes to Oz is Stephen King in his Dark Tower series. Literally, the whole 4th book has so many references to the Wizard of Oz, and even has one of the characters saying that his older brother used to read him the stories, and even mentioned the name L. Frank Baum, saying that the stories were so popular that after the original, he wrote so many more. Literally, credits to L. Frank Baum by Stephen King before Stephen King went insane.
Okay, honey, we got to get moving because we're already almost an hour in.
Yes, I know.
And
I'm sorry. I'm also passionate about this. Hi, Frankenstein.
Aloha, says Frankenstein. Macy Van Ness with a $5 super chats. Well, gotta go now. Y'all have fun and a great evening, night, morning, afternoon, depending on the rotation of your location. I'll catch the rerun. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Always love your message. I think that's really good. Okay, let's see. Looking for his Oz like the Rings of Power for Tolkien fans. Exactly. I found a box set for the first 14 Oz books on Amazon. Going to buy them come payday. They're really good. You will enjoy them. Again, they're not. If you're expecting something like written for adults, it's not. But it is well written. It's
not
really
at
good.
all.
You will enjoy it. You will enjoy it.
Yes.
Time to go to the library and find one book of Wizard of Oz. Yeah, read the original.
Make sure it's written by L. Frank Baum.
Read the original.
And if you can, find as old a printing as possible. Because that way you'll know it won't be censored.
Which book do I start with? Start with The Wizard of Oz. You may think you know the story. There is so much the movies did not cover, and if you read it, you will enjoy it. It is really well written. Fizchozo Corner says, I want to ask this question to Raven. I keep getting criticism for trying to write a story about a violent 12-year-old anti-hero. Is it a bad idea?
I'm going to say no. Because back in my college days, I told one of my creative writing teacher that I wanted to write a story about a serial killer, and from the point of view of the serial killer. And he basically kept me after class and said, "No, why don't you write more about something from your life? You're Jewish. You probably have so many other things to write." He kept me so long that I missed the time window to get lunch, and so had to skip lunch that day. And basically, after he said, "No, don't write this," I wrote the story anyway to spite him, and it turned out awesome. So
okay,
no,
honey,
I don't think it's a bad idea. Take the criticism and make it into something great.
we got to keep moving, honey, because we got to get through this next stuff. Wait, they censored the books for Oz. If you read the ones that are made from the movie, like, yes, it will have the original censored movie version, but if you get the original book, like, it won't have it. A copy of the original, but my ADHD and reading don't mix. Yep. Okay, sorry
Then find
guys.
the audiobook.
We're gonna get moving on. We are going to react to a trailer for a movie, which will probably get us copyright struck. But
Oh well. YouTube hates us anyway.
yeah. So we're gonna get into that right now. All right, guys, you ready? We are going to react live to the trailer for The Wolfman.
Literally our first time watching. How exciting.
Okay, here we go.
Begin.
Ginger? Ginger, are you okay? Look at me. Look at me. So, are you hurt? Are you hurt? Are you okay? Hey, we gotta get out of this thing.
Not sold so far.
Are they in a tree?
I don't know, but this is not selling me so far. What do you think?
So far, I'm not seeing anything that cries Wolfman or Universal horror movie.
Okay, let's keep going.
Hey, no. Don't move. Climb up through the window right there. You can do it. You'll be okay. You okay?
Well, I'm not impressed.
So far, no.
We
Get
have to leave
better!
right now. Run.
Get out of the club.
Am I wrong, or is the acting terrible?
Yeah, you're not wrong. And again, it is Blumhouse.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Hello?
And we see the haircut.
I mean, I like the fence sign. No trespassing. There is nothing here worth dying for. Can we get that?
Yeah, maybe, but this is terrible so far.
We were in an accident.
Daddy, are we gonna die?
No,
Yes.
it's my job to protect you.
And we were attacked.
We got it. Yeah, they're gonna die. He's now a
Sigh.
werewolf, everybody.
I honestly, can we just stop? I don't want to watch this anymore.
Yeah, me neither. Well, that's 2 minutes of our lives we're never gonna get back.
We didn't even watch the whole thing. Wow, that was a waste of time.
Oof.
Sorry, guys.
Oh boy,
That was bad. That was really bad.
I have no words. I don't know what to say about that. I feel embarrassed for having watched that.
I don't know. It looked bad. The acting was bad. The haircut was bad. It was bad. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. There's nothing
And
to
how
say.
did they end up in a tree?
I don't know if they were
Did
in
the
a tree.
Wolfman throw them into a tree? Because there's no way they actually fell into a tree.
That was awful. That was really bad.
What did we even just watch? That could have
Bad.
been any generic horror movie.
I don't even know. That was really bad. What else do I say? That was so unbelievably bad. No
Yeah.
thanks. Put it this way. I will rarely, and my wife can tell you this, I will rarely turn off trailers when I'm watching them.
This is one he
Oh.
just turned off, people. Let that
2
tell
thumbs
you how
down
bad
from
this is.
me. No, thank you.
I have to step out for a quick moment. Darling, take over the chat.
Mwahaha! It's my show now. Okay. All right, let's see what people are saying. It is just me. I am in control. I am the one. Okay. Not feeling this at all. Is this Dark Universe? I hope not. Looks like boring trash. It does. Please, they're going to scope the years again. I really hope not. But that didn't look good. Look, we've had trailers that didn't look good, and the movies have been okay. So maybe we'll get one of those. Already seek for the director's sake. Talks about masculinity affection. Yeah. 2 minutes to never get back. So glad I showed up for the time to miss it. We didn't even watch the whole thing. It was so bad. Nothing beats American Werewolf in London. Boomhouse, you could do better than that. When the haircut is the scariest thing in the trailer. That's true. There's a bump nearby when people have achieved the theft of a car that headed to neighbor's tree. Werewolf would probably have made it less stupid. I bet a $5 super chat they're going to make lycanthropy an analogy of toxic masculinity. I guarantee. I won't take that bet because it's totally true. I may get hate for this, but Dog Shooter's best werewolf movie. And people have their hate Van Helsing, which was sad when you have best like this. Can we get good monster movies again? Is that a thing we can do now? Like, I don't even remember a good one. I will say the best movie that I've seen that was monster related was the Nicolas Cage Renfield movie. And it wasn't because it was a good monster movie, it was because it was funny. And Nicolas Cage did a great job as Dracula. So if you want to watch a movie that's funny, that's cool. But like, when is the last good monster movie we've had? Like, don't even remember. Can anybody tell me? Because I don't honestly know. What did I do?
Hi, I'm back.
I fixed it.
Hello. The last good monster movie that we saw, I think I'm gonna say was Love and Monsters.
Love and Monsters?
If that counts.
I remember that. I don't remember that movie, so it probably wasn't that great.
It's one of those generic post-apocalyptic movies with Dylan O'Brien.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember vaguely. Is that a monster movie, though? I don't think it is.
I mean, it has monster in the title, so I'm counting it.
All right. Let's get into the next topic. So we actually have a bit of notes for this next topic because this topic's going to get kind of controversial based on what some people have been saying. But we're going to say what we believe is truth. Okay, guys? So just keep that in mind. We're open to debate, so whatever, but we're going to kind of say our points, okay? We've done research into this one, okay? So we actually have things to say first, okay?
Yes.
But honey,
extensive research. Yes.
Before we get into it, screen up.
One moment. Begin.
Ready to go?
Yes.
All right. Here we
Let's
go
begin.
into the next topic. Surgent paused their games, laying off the crew.
But films and shows continue while they wait for something new.
Don't pin it all on SBI. That's not the full tale.
Don't rush to report before the facts can prevail.
Okay, so we're going to start off with some things we have to say first. So, what is this about? We've seen the news about Tales of Kenzera Zhao and the studio's decision to put the games division on hiatus. So we're going to break down what that really means.
First off, a hiatus doesn't mean that Zhao is over. It just means that the games division of the studio is taking a pause to secure funding for the next project. And unfortunately, this also means that the team has been put on notice for redundancy.
And just to clarify, what is a notice of redundancy? In the UK, it isn't the same as getting laid off. It's basically, it's giving the employees time and a severance package rather than just cutting them loose.
And this is only affecting the games division of the studio. It's a transmedia company, so they're still working on films and other things. But with the games, there is a rough patch, obviously.
It's important to also understand that the gaming industry as a whole is struggling. We're not going to use COVID as an excuse, let's be honest. It's been used for an excuse for so many different things, but it is a point to consider because during COVID, there was a lot of other games and a lot of things happened in regards to that. So now even major studios like EA have had layoffs, and Zhao isn't alone.
But that said, the Zhao team is not abandoning the project. There are still updates planned for the game, so we'll have to wait and see how they're received.
So that's the notes we have here, okay? Now, why did I come up with that notes? Why are we saying all this? What's going on here? So, there's been a huge thing going on with look, we all know the thing about Gamergate and Sweet Baby Inc. and all that kind of stuff. And we know that Tales of Kenzera Zao was a Sweet Baby Inc. game, okay? But
it was and it wasn't. It was only used in consultation for the game because the game's creator, Abukar Salim, is an actor, not a game developer. He didn't know how to make a game, so he reached out to his connections, and Sweet Baby Inc. ended up involved. And it's not his fault that his game got washed up in the controversy regarding Sweet Baby Inc. And unfortunately, it has affected the sales of his game, which, like I said, is unfortunate because it's probably a very good game.
now, I want to clarify something. Are we saying you should feel bad for the game and you should go out there and buy it? No. If you do not want to support the game because you do not like Sweet Baby Inc., that is totally fine, and we support you. Okay? We do. That is totally fine.
That doesn't mean you should go and attack the game creators and bash them for working on something just because of Sweet Baby Inc. involvement.
We have to be better, guys. I know people are going to have, criticism on this, but we have to be better in a sense of this, okay? A lot of games have Sweet Baby Inc. involvement. But
unfortunately,
isn't our goal to get people to listen to us? And
you would think so.
Abukar Salim has been on Twitter the past couple days, past couple months, begging people to talk with him. He's been going on streams to talk with people. He's been doing all this kind of stuff. And
he
that's
has literally been saying that he wants nothing but transparency, that he has based his whole studio around transparency regarding what they do and in relation to the customers. And he's not Alyssa Mercante, people. He is honestly saying, and I can tell he's being really sincere, and he actually wants to have a civil discussion with people who might be on the other side as his beliefs. And they're not letting him. They're not listening to him. All they're doing is mocking him. And honestly, I am so disappointed in that. Because aren't we supposed to be the good guys? If we're supposed to be the good guys, then why are they acting this way? I'm disgusted.
I get it, but look, we're not pointing any fingers at anybody or saying anything. Everybody's allowed to have their opinions. But I think it's important that if we're going to do this, we need to understand what we're fighting for. And I think what we're all fighting for is transparency in the gaming industry, and we would like to have no forced DEI stuff. I think we can all agree with that. And that means...
I personally, from what I've seen of Zao, I haven't seen any forced diversity. It's a game based in Africa. So I have seen nothing.
Well, I wanted to say, it means, when we do this, it means that we need to be able to have conversations when people reach across the aisle. That does not mean we need to agree. That does not mean we have to support them. But if Abukar Salim is out there saying, hey, I get you guys don't like my game because I involve Sweet Baby Inc., but I want to talk with you guys, we should hear him out. There's no reason not to. We don't win. We don't lose anything hearing him out. Worst case scenario, he says something and, we call him out on it or whatever, and he gets upset. And then if he gets upset and starts calling us names, and I don't think he will, but if he does, then we're justified. But if we're not, what do we have to lose? We want these people to understand us. We want them to have discussions. The only way we're going to make change is not just blindly going, okay, Sweet Baby Inc. No. We could say, oh, Sweet Baby Inc. involvement. We don't want to support this game. And if the people involved in the game start calling people bigots and sexist and racist like they always do, then we can completely push them out and there's no room for a discussion. But when there is room for a discussion, the only thing we can gain from this is change. We can gain people. If he's willing to listen to us and we're willing to listen to him, we may be able to change his mind. We may be able to make him see things differently. And if he can do that, we can reach other people too. Now, I'm not saying this is a magical thing and everybody should just drop everything and just go and support it. No. But we need to look at it from a different angle.
It's at least a start.
We need to hear him out. The worst case scenario, we hear him out and it turns out that we were right and we lose nothing. But if we don't hear him out, we look like the bad guys because we look like we're people where we want people to listen to us, but when they reach out to try to listen to us, we don't let them.
Yeah, because no one is listening. Everyone's just yelling at each other, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Thank you so much for that, William Faulkner. Or was that
Look,
Shakespeare?
I don't know. But look, just to clarify, to end off this, because we don't want to go on forever,
Mhm.
I don't know Abukar Salim, okay? I don't know him, all right? I've never met the person. But he seems to genuinely want a conversation. And I think that if we want real change and we want people to listen to us, we have to be willing to meet them halfway sometimes. It does not mean we need to capitulate and give in. No, it means we can listen. What do we have to lose? We lose nothing hearing him out. In the best case is either that we hear him out and it turns out we were right, we lose nothing, or the best case is maybe he goes, you know what? You guys have a point. You know what? Maybe I will become an ally. We don't agree on everything. Maybe let's fight together for what we want. We all want games to be better. Shouldn't we be fighting for that together? Shouldn't that mean going, okay, you know what? Yes, if there is consultancy companies that are pushing these things, we push back, just like we always do. But if somebody's genuinely making a game and they make a mistake or they do something wrong or they work with the wrong people, should we really condemn them just based off of that if they're willing to have a conversation? No, we shouldn't.
Not at all.
That is how we win. If we go, hey, look, yes, maybe he does. I guarantee he realizes he made a mistake working with these people. I guarantee it.
Considering how his game has been doing numbers and profit wise, yeah, I think he is realizing the mistake. But it's not necessarily his fault.
And doesn't mean we should support his game blindly. It means we need to listen and be willing to have conversations, because if we have a conversation and we're willing to say, hey, you know what, we'll hear you out, best case scenario, we can actually make a change in a positive way. I'm not saying we haven't so far, but I'm saying it's very easy to get bogged down in the negative. And I think what we need to do is be willing to hear people who are willing to give us an opportunity to do so. That's what we should do.
Open minds, people. Open minds.
That's all. Let's have a chat. I really hope that somebody gets him on a show and has a decent conversation with him, because we need to do that. Because if he can listen, if we can go, hey, you know what? Let's say he comes in and he changes his mind. Who's to say other people won't follow suit? Who's to say people won't realize the points we're making, or be able to say, you know, we don't agree on everything, but we do agree on some things. We don't know. We could make such major change from this. So that's what I'm saying, simply.
I agree with you. That's really all there is to say. Don't rush in blindly. Don't attack blindly. Wait and listen first. That's all.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Notice we lost a big chunk of viewers during that, but that's fine. Look, I'm
their loss.
Look, I get it. Look, I know people are very much into this kind of stuff, and they get very involved, and it's very easy to just continue and say, yep, you know what? And I think, you know what? You are allowed to not want to play the game. You're allowed to not want to support it, but do it for that reason. Do not condemn a person based on the actions of those who they associate with. They do the same to us. It doesn't mean you shouldn't raise an eyebrow and go, huh, okay, that's interesting, you know, but it means, hey, you know, let's have a discussion. You seem okay. I don't maybe like the people you associate with. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk. And worst case scenario, we talk and it doesn't work out and we lose nothing. And you know what? Maybe we gain mutual respect. We go, yeah, I don't agree with you, but you know what? Thanks for having a discussion. We lose nothing. We lose absolutely nothing. And we can gain everything.
Yep.
All right. The mark of Sweet Baby curses them all. Yep. Truth. By all reports, is actually just met, which might be worse. We'll see. I will be honest. I've been contemplating getting Tales of Kenzera's out to play. I've been looking into that. I'm not planning necessarily like a full playthrough on a channel or something like that or streaming it. But if I do play it, I might give a review because it does look like a decent. It looks like a decent game. It doesn't look like anything like. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to stand on the rooftop and scream its praises because I don't know yet. But it doesn't look like anything inherently bad. And if it turns out there is something, I will be open about it. I think that's fair. People are reaching the point where they want to make their message heard by the wallet. If it's Sweet Baby Inc., they won't pay regardless of the quality of the game. That's fair. That's totally fair. And I think that's a great way to get a message out there. It is. But if somebody says, hey, you know what? I think my game got caught up in this and I recognize that maybe I didn't work with the correct people. Can we talk about it? Can I be transparent with you guys? What do we have to lose? If we shut him out, we're not winning anything. We don't win. Don't pay for his game. Don't go support his game. But what do we lose from having a discussion? We don't lose anything.
Not at all.
You don't have to pay for that. Yeah? That's all I'm saying. Don't pay for his game. Don't support it. But if he's going to talk, let's talk.
Yeah, seriously, just give him a chance. Honestly, it seems like he really does just want to talk. And I am not getting any Melissa Mercante vibes of going to be pulling back at the last possible moment and an absolute cowardice like she does. No, I don't think he's going to do that at all. He seems too, I don't know, he seems too honest for that.
And look, he's an actor, and some people were saying, he's an actor. I'm worried about it because he knows how to pull emotions, whatever. Okay.
So, I'm an actress too. I've done acting.
So, should
what does that have to do with anything?
No, I get it. A lot of actors are really terrible people online, but he seems to be like a genuine person. Let's hear him out. Worst case, we hear him out, and we were right, and we don't have another discussion. Doesn't work. But we don't have to pay for it. Right?
Yeah. Just be open-minded, people. Just don't attack blindly. You don't win by attacking blindly.
The Proctofile says, can confirm Tales of Kenzera is a really solid game. Nothing but respect for Abu and the fine folks at Surgent Studios. I'll have to take your word on it. But again, we're open to different opinions here. Shocking. I know. There are some people here who will support and play games that have CBB involvement. That's fine.
And some people who won't, and apparently we will lose viewers because we are not blindly attacking him and condemning him just because Sweet Baby Inc. was involved. Because we are nice people, we are honest people. We try to look at things from a middle ground and have all the facts before making a decision. Is that really so wrong?
I want to say something also. Brutus has mentioned multiple times his DEI detected group is made specifically to be informative, right? A lot of people have taken it as, if it's on the list, we won't play it. That's not what the intention of his group was. The intention of his group was to inform. There can be, if you recognize that there's Sweet Baby Inc. involvement and you decide to get a game, you should not be shamed for it. It's your choice.
I agree on that. You're right. You shouldn't be shamed. If you want to play a game, then play a game.
Lord of Reese, I made a post about this on TDS's Twitter. We're fighting for something here, not for personal enjoyment of hurting people on the wrong side. Correct. I feel sometimes the message just say, sorry, we're interested, except we want to make it clear that we don't like some of the people you end up working with. That's what it should be. Boom. That's what we should be. It became this thing where it's like, well, you worked with these people and you knew it and whatever. How do we know any of this? He's gone on shows and been transparent. I've watched his interviews. He has said point blank how much Sweet Baby Inc. was involved. Has any of the other people in their games done that? No.
No. Not at all.
Let's give him benefit of the doubt a little bit. Just a little bit. That's it. That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying go support his game, throw money at the guy. Just say, hey, look, he's willing to be transparent. Let's hear him out. Proctofile says correct. There's no force diversity in the game. Literally every character in the game is black because they're in Africa and the enemies are stylized monsters. 0 DI detected. Again, I'll have to take your word for it. But again, you're allowed to have that opinion here. We're not going to shut you down on it. We want to reach out, not shut down. Exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
Thank you.
I appreciate the mature responses from both of you. The specific situation was ridiculous. I think it's blown out of proportion.
And I'm going to say this straight out. On the off chance that Abukar Salim watches this, sir, We have nothing but respect for you, and because of your approach to this whole situation.
I respect your approach to the situation. I may not agree with you on a lot of different things, but your approach to it has been nothing but respectful, and especially when some people, and I'm not pointing fingers, but some people have said some not nice things. I've
Not
gotten
at
them in
all
the comments today to me for just saying, hey, maybe we shouldn't shut him off. You know?
Yeah.
The DA company seems to be gone, truly gone. They're doing the opposite of what they claim they want. It's sad that some innocents may get caught up, but SBI needs to be stopped. I agree. I think that DEI companies and consultancy companies need to be stopped unless, and I have yet to see this, but unless there is a company out there that helps support an existing narrative. If there is someone out there who says, hey, we have information on this that you do not have, or that we can give you more information, that's, I think, is fine.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone says, hey, I'm making a game about Africa, and this company says, hey, we're based in Africa, and we're based, we research African folklore, and we want to help you, that should be fine. I think a consultancy company in that way should be fine. But if it's a game where it's like, hey, I made this game, we're like, well, we're African, and we think you should put African in it. No, gone. Get out of this.
Yeah.
Side scrollers, we'll see. I don't know. It's gotten to the point where us gamers have become reactionary. It's sad, but here we are. I personally blame consultancy companies like SBI because I have to question the game's authenticity, and that's totally fair. Question away. Ask questions. God,
don't
please.
Don't be it. I'm going to use the word echo chamber. We've become an echo chamber. No one is making their own decisions anymore based on their own observations. They're going with what everyone else is saying. I don't like that. What happened to your thoughts?
I recommended side scrollers and Craig said he was down to have him on. Hopefully it'll help us build some bridges if I can get him on there. We'll see. I've spoken with Abukar once or twice. I think he actually commented on my post today. So he seems decent. I think that Craig does a very professional job. So we'll see.
Definitely, I can vouch for Craig's professionalism.
I live by the belief of the late house biscuit. We shall not pre-order. Confirm if the game comes out, if it's worth it. Fair. Totally fair. If nothing else, the discussion might mean a future game from him be free of taint, and I'm interested in games set in, say, Africa. Yes, there's such great stories in Africa that nobody talks about.
You have any idea? Because my mom's side of the family is South African. We've had South African family friends growing up. Do you have any idea how many books, like children's stories, there were based on African folktales alone in those houses? There are stories in there that you've never even heard of, I bet. So many. It's fascinating stuff. And there's not nearly enough.
Yeah. Original stories of Africa sound great because they do like telling us they got to change other stories like Africa has none. Yeah. Okay. I want to say one thing. I want to react to this one, okay? Anonymous says, why would a native Kenyan go to a consulting firm to make it come out as culture? Well, I'm glad you asked this question because
it was not consulting about culture. It was consulting about game writing.
Yeah, because keep in mind, Abukar Salim is an actor. He has never made a game before. So from what I've been told, and from what I've seen from his interviews, he called in every favor he had. Because he was like, I want to make this game to honor my late father, and I don't know how to do any of this. I'm going to call in every favors. And it happened to be that Sweet Baby Inc. was one of the people that's connections called in. And he needed all the help he can get because he has no clue how to make a game. I have no clue how to make a game. If you told me make a game right now, I would tell you I have no clue. But he needed help.
The only computer programming I ever learned was the Alice engine, and I don't even know if that still exists. So no, I don't know how to make a game either.
But that's what I'm saying.
So it makes sense that he would call in favors and connections to find someone to help him make the game.
Yeah, so that's what he did. He needed help to make the game, and he reached out, and I guarantee you, he is completely like, I'm out now. Greatly. He even said on Twitter today, I saw his response to Smash JT. He's like, hey, the things that happened to you is whack. And if you don't like my game because I involve Sweet Baby Inc., you're allowed to. Wow. Isn't that what we want?
Yes. I want him on a stream. Oh my God, I want to speak to this man.
We'll see. My view is that I'm open to hear him out as long as I don't resort to him calling or blaming the customers. The moment they do, my wallet is closed. I move on. I'm not going to reward bad behavior. Fine. Totally fine.
That's fair.
We're getting to. I just DM'd Abu a link to the live stream. If he doesn't join us live, I'm sure he'll have a kind of thoughtful words. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure he's very busy.
It would be cool. It would be really cool.
Well, we're a tiny channel.
Isn't he also in the UK? I'm pretty sure people in the UK are asleep right now.
I'm sure he is very, very busy with stuff. So I don't know. Let's see. We want to get to the next stuff. Pre-orders is a scam across the board. That's fair. Sleep Babies creators are horrible writers from anything I've seen. Yeah, and look, I've seen some of these people. Do you think I haven't watched what they've seen? I've seen these people. I literally looked at them and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, some of the things they're saying is nonsense. Like, clearly you do not belong in the game industry.
No.
But should we condemn everybody who might have been trying? He was trying to make a game, the first game he ever made. And yes, this crushed part of his game. I guarantee this was part of the reason why some of his sales weren't good. This crushed it. I'm sure he's learned.
Yeah.
You don't think he's learned? So yes, we should write him off forever because he didn't made one mistake.
And laugh at him for wanting to make a video game. No.
Look, we're not going to go into this too much more. We're going to have other topics to get to, but that's just what I wanted to say. Odega Outlaws here says peace. I don't know if he's here or saying he's going away. Okay, but yeah, that's what we have to say. Again, agree, don't agree. We are open to all opinions here, and it is totally fine if you disagree. You don't have to support this game. Just, I think that if people reach out, we should at least hear them out. Someone did bad by recommending Sweet Baby Inc. I agree.
Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately. It's unfortunate. It really is. Because it's probably a really good game. What?
Sorry. Did I mute?
Yeah, you were muted.
Good. I'm glad I muted. Bro, I'm specifically spoiling you guys. He was kind of working with me. I'm ready to talk with you guys if you asked. It's okay. We'll see. Look, I wanted to come out here and clarify. And again, wait and see. I have had a discussion with him in the past. We'll see if we have one in the future. And again, it was very brief, but we'll see. Yes. Okay. We have another topic to cover, and then we have our last topic, and then our diagnosis of the week.
Are we going to do our game therapy, though? Are we going to do game therapy
we're
tonight?
About to do it. We have game therapy, and yes, there's some controversy around this game already. We'll get to that.
I don't understand why.
But we're going to react to this one.
Anything.
We're going to react to this one purely, just play it through, and then give our reactions to it afterwards. Okay? Because it's not that long.
Okay.
So we'll get into it right now. All right. Get ready, guys, for something a little bit below sea level.
That was my drum roll. Subnautica 2. Have you wishlisted it yet?
No, I will. Let's get the controversy out of the way. So the controversy is it has some strange looks in the characters, and so
And people are saying that now modernized, and obviously that they're doing all the things that they do to characters now in video games, which I see none of, honestly. Because
I'm gonna say
the original game, the main character wasn't white.
I want to say something, okay? As someone who's played the first game in early access before it was available and played the second game in early access as well, and been part of the beta development, I will say this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The second game, Subnautica Below Zero, was awful. It was terrible, but it was not because of the woke elements. It was because the gameplay was lacking.
And also because the world was too big. It felt empty. It should have, plenty of people have said, and I agree with them, it should have been a DLC.
Yeah, it was meant to be a DLC, and it was made into a full game. It was clearly not meant to be, and it was not good, and I have not finished it. Subnautica 1 is a masterpiece, in my opinion. I've played it multiple times.
We have both played it to completion.
Yes. So this is going to be a multiplayer Subnautica.
Woo! With obviously a huge void kraken. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing that full image.
Look, if it turns out that we're wrong and this game turns out to be like infested with woke DI garbage, then clearly we won't get it. But last game was not bad because of the woke elements. It was bad because the gameplay was bad. So as long as the gameplay's good and there's a decent story and it's not like trying to shove identity politics everywhere, I think it'll be pretty good. They've done a decent job. Even the last game still was okay. It had good things in it. It just was not anywhere near on par with the first game.
It had potential, but it felt unfinished. It was incomplete.
Yeah, it was clearly not. It was clearly not. And yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. People are saying, do Subnautica. Yep. 3M5000. I played the first Subnautica. Not fun. I'm getting the same vibe from this one too. Not fun. Like, I hope you're meaning it like a joking, because I really enjoyed it. Maybe it's not for you. That's totally cool. If you don't like it, it's cool.
To be fair, dear, you were a beta tester for the first game.
I'm going to say this, okay? If you've played the game and it was not cool because you thought it was like too much or threw too much at you and you still have the game, I would suggest you play it in creative mode first. It's weird because you could then go around and you can swim around and the Reapers aren't going to get you and all this kind of stuff. And you won't
automatically die. You won't automatically die, but you can literally build everything.
You can learn the ropes.
Basically, it's God mode. It's God mode in Subnautica.
Yeah, you can learn the ropes and kind of get things. So if you have, I would suggest giving it another try. Just suggestion. It's an expensive game. Subnautica Below Zero, I do not recommend. Subnautica Below Zero is
the
not
original Subnautica. It's good. It's really good. It is awesome. Underwater survival, first-person game. And honestly, I think it will be even more terrifying in VR. I'm pretty sure it does come in VR.
Early access usually means playtesting these days. Yep. I'll wait to see. I like the first game. Yeah, Subnautica Below Zero is not good. Don't get it. It's not worth it unless you like the story enough. It does have some story crumbs, but otherwise, I wouldn't try it because it's not worth it.
The sea truck was terrible.
Don't even.
They should have stuck with the submarine.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna get into our last topic because I'm gonna be completely honest with you, honey. We're already almost at an hour and a half. And my voice is going, I think.
Yeah, mine too.
So we're going to get to our last topic. And then we're going to... Please don't. We're going to get to our last...
in your mouth. Now.
I don't want to.
Honey, it will help.
Don't want to.
I've put one in my mouth. Just because you don't like mint doesn't mean you shouldn't use it.
I want to die.
No dying.
I don't want to. I'm doing it.
Fine. Let's go into our last topic and then our diagnosis.
Like it. Fine.
What?
I'll do it, but I won't like it.
I mean, that is how medicine works.
All right. Let's get into our last topic and then we'll go into our diagnosis. Our last topic is a good one. And we have a brand new stinger for it because I didn't like the Lotus one.
It's beautiful. Play it now.
But before we go in, honey, Activate media mode.
Activated. Proceed.
A judge denies Disney's bid to dismiss. Gina's
Carano's case moves forward. This time she will not miss.
The court's ruling brings Gina's fight to light.
As she seeks justice for her wrongful plight.
Yes. So we have an update on the Gina Carano lawsuit against Disney. So, honey, would you like to read Gina's post that was posted while we were offline? But you can read it here. Would you like to read it for us?
Certainly. And this was also great news to come back to after 3 days of no tech. From Gina Carano. Update. After the judge denied Disney's request to dismiss my case, Disney requested permission to immediately appeal that decision to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals and delay all discovery while that appeal takes place. Yesterday, October 16th, 2024, we learned that the judge denied Disney's unusual request. I am obviously very pleased with the opportunity to keep moving forward with the judicial process and into discovery. Excuse me. While I wish that this was not necessary, as it is not my desire to be in this battle in court, I will not shrink away from it because it is hard or uncomfortable. Again, a huge thanks to all of you who have shown me support daily, to my incredible lawyers, and to Elon Musk and the people at Twitter, I am saying Twitter, for the opportunity in continuing this lawsuit and seeking justice. Onward!
Yeah. So,
Disney has now looked even more foolish. They are continuing to dig their grave, and it's beautiful to watch.
So, to summarize, basically, Disney tried to get Gina's lawsuit put out of court, and they basically said no. So then Disney immediately tried to appeal it. And not only did they shoot that down, they said, like, why are you even trying to? So it says here, as you can see from the court document, defendant also asserts that even if the Ninth Circuit Court affirmed the court's appeal would protect defendant's constitutional interest in avoiding costly, speech-chilling discovery proceedings. Defendants do not, however, explain how a Ninth Circuit opinion affirming the court's order would alleviate the burden of responding to discovery. Plaintiff has propounded to date, nor is apparent to the court how such a decision would provide such relief. Basically, what they're saying is, we don't know, we're not going to give this to you, and we don't even know why you're asking, because appealing it would not do anything.
I can tell you why they're asking. They want to delay discovery so that they can get rid of all their evidence. Because they know that if discovery goes through and all of their dirty laundry comes into light, they are screwed. They are so screwed.
I agree. I do think that they're going to be in trouble for this, but I do think they can't. I do think they can't get on. They're not going to get away with this, and I don't think Gina's going to take. I think what they're going to do now is they're really, really going to try to get Gina to settle out of court. It will not work. Gina is not going to take it.
No, especially because she, as I have said before, Disney is, for the first time in the company's history, up against an opponent with the money to go against them. They have never had an opposing side in a court case that did not have the same amount of money that they did, perhaps even more money. So it doesn't matter, because no matter what happens, Gina's not going to settle. Because her investor is Elon frickin' Musk.
I want to clarify something. I believe that it's everybody should be allowed to have whatever political opinion they want to. Okay? Even if I don't like them. But if you're going to hold this against Gina, you have to hold it against everybody equally. And there have been plenty of people, Mark Hamill, Pedro Pascal, a bunch of people involved with Disney who have done things or said things that are worse than what Gina said.
Mhm.
And I want to clarify one thing, okay? Gina never posted the thing that they fired her for. She never posted it. She reposted it or reshared it on like Instagram and as a X fleet when that was a feature. So they literally, she never said that. Just want to throw that
Yeah.
out there.
It was never her words. But they were looking for any excuse they could to fire her, apparently. And that is what they don't want getting revealed in Discovery. They're terrified of Discovery. It's quite obvious.
Yes, and you know what? The question is, if you're so scared of Discovery, what are we going to find, Disney? What are you hiding?
Probably literally all the evidence that they did indeed fire her for all the reasons they claim they did not fire her for.
I'm
Or
hoping
whatever,
bots.
however I meant to word that.
I'm hoping bots. I haven't mentioned bots in a while, but I'm hoping bots.
I'm still giving a 50-50 that your video ends up in evidence.
We'll see. We'll see.
Just saying. 50-50.
But yeah, I think that this is ridiculous. I think that the fact that this is going to court is great. I think that Disney is going to rue the day they did this because guess what? Everybody claims, no, Gina bad. Guess what? The courts don't agree with you, you weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
All I
Take
have
that.
to say,
Take
Go ahead.
that, Disney.
this is the way.
Woo! Nice reference.
Thanks.
Go, Gina.
All right, I'm good.
Hold
Switch back to regular
on.
mode.
I'm switching. I have switched.
You have to make like a Transformers noise where no.
If only.
Let's see. It was awesome when I saw that Time for Disney to be on the ground. Discovery will be great. We got a hi from Lilith.
Hello. If I remember right, you came from Hypnotic's channel.
Yep. Disney is not going to weasel out of this one. I'm glad Gina deserved better.
Agreed.
I oversleeps again, missed many streams. Well, sleep is important.
We also only stream once a week, so you're not really missing much.
Elon has a lot more money. That's true.
Exactly, which is why Disney is afraid.
Fired for trying to have a discussion. Yep. Mark Hamill, Pedro Pascal, and Gina Carano should have been let go too. They fired her because they don't like women with independent thought. Look, we don't know if that's exactly the reason they fired her. I think it was more because they didn't like that she was anti-trans, because she didn't want to put pronouns in the bio. I think that's what started it all. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that is when she started getting harassed.
Her post wasn't even hers, which repost. Yep.
Yes.
This is the way.
Yep.
The theory is the real cause. Beep bop boop. Yep, I agree. Bigot army. Yep. Hi, Ashley, is it Raven? Hi, Peter Van
Hello.
Translate.
We also have a new sub. Hello, Carlos.
Thank you for joining our therapy group, Carlos. Thank you.
And anyone else
yeah.
who may have joined that we have not seen, because last time we had a bunch of new subscribers, we literally had to mute stream elements because we couldn't keep up with the chat.
I want to say, though, because we have actually 45 people, or we had, so we keeps varying here. So make sure, if you have not already, make sure to do this.
What do you think of this? You like it?
Interesting how once we start talking about Gina, when we're done talking about ASYLUM, we jump up 10 viewers.
It's okay. This is therapy. Runs away screaming.
Oh no, you cannot escape our asylum.
There is nowhere you can hide. We will always find you. We were watching, waiting, and you will never escape. Ooh.
Did it pick me up that time?
Maslin is here. Hi.
Hello. Did the mic pick my life up that time?
I think so. I don't know.
Finally.
Nice when you made me laugh. Okay, good.
You're welcome.
All right. I think we're going to move on to our final thing of the day, and we're going to end off because my voice is going because I got a cold, and trick is to create your own means of escape. You think we don't know all the means of escape? There's never an escape, ever.
There is no escape from the asylum.
There is no escape, only Zool.
Once you join, you may never leave. Kind of like the Hotel California.
No escape, but the door is unlocked. I can walk away anytime. If you go out the door, guess what you'll find? Another door.
More asylum.
Beyond that, another door, and another door, and another endless doors. Because you have not realized, dear viewer, for you have entered the therapy zone. Do 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 do.
That was James Bond, not Twilight Zone.
No, do do do. I think it was.
No, that's James Bond.
Oh, precious
But also, you got to say that in the Golem voice.
Oh, precious asylum. The beep bop boop was an exasperated retort to a going dog piling she experienced after it came out that she was not being renewed.
Also, hello, person I've never seen before.
True. Hi, Metaphorist. Is it a scary door? I understand that reference.
What was that reference again? I forget.
You have entered the scary door from Futurama.
Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't get up to that episode.
Boo!
Which episode is that?
Some episode. There's a couple. Yep, she got. Yep, Futurama.
Okay, because I'm still in the middle of season 2.
Well, you got to get. Say something?
No, Adega Outlaw. Pull up that comment. Pull up that comment right now. I found the Asylum's dungeon. Still can't find the bathroom.
Oh, we have Pickleman says boo.
Hello, new person. New people, come and join our asylum.
Boo, watch
Right.
Futurama. It's amazing. Yep.
Come and join our asylum. Come and join our asylum. Join us. One of us. Okay, I'm good.
Honey, I think we got to get to our last topic because my voice is going.
Yeah.
Also,
okay.
that Rachel Ziegler's part of Gina's struggle session. Yep. We're going to get to our last topic. Sorry, guys. We have to get out of here because my voice is going. I got a cold.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. You know what time it is. It is time for our diagnosis of the week, and then we'll have our outro. And stick around if you're new here. Our outro has a special message at the end of it just for you. So,
yep. Let's begin. And now it is time for the diagnosis of the week,
where we take events from the week and relate them to a mental illness.
because Hollywood is full of them, and you should be aware.
And we have an interesting diagnosis for this week.
Do tell.
So the diagnosis for this week is crisis creation.
Please explain.
So crisis creation is the process in which an individual or group deliberately escalates a situation or constructs a scenario that results in heightened tension or conflict. This can involve exaggerating problems, seeking attention through distressing behaviors, or manipulating circumstances to create a sense of urgency or crisis.
In relation to today's topics, with the Wicked poster edit, crisis creation is exemplified by Cynthia Erivo's reaction to the fan-edited poster, as she perceives the changes as an erasure of her identity, turning a minor alteration into a significant controversy and drawing negative attention to herself in the process.
With Surgent Studios, crisis creation is exemplified by individuals jumping to conclusions based on a broader narrative surrounding Sweet Baby Inc., attributing the studio's decision to pause production to that context, rather than investigating other underlying reasons that may have influenced this strategic choice.
And with the Gina Carano court case, crisis creation is exemplified by the backlash surrounding her lawsuit against Disney, as critics quickly jumped to conclusions about the motivations behind her firing without fully understanding the complexities of her statements and the broader context of her legal claims.
Yeah. Everybody's saying in the you stream Sunday? Yes, we do. We do.
You also forgot to do the last line of the diagnosis.
And that's why we think this is a great diagnosis for this week.
Agreed. Now you can go back to the chat.
Hope you feel better soon. Yep, me too. I have 3 days of I'll have to tomorrow run around like a crazy person trying to get all our videos edited so we can have it because I have other things to do the next couple days, and then I'll go right back to 3 days offline. So yay! Basically making a mountain out of a molehill. Yep, that's pretty much it.
Yep. Kara and Daria,
really got.
They're bleak together.
I know who Linkara is because people say.
I think Daria is supposed to be a goth cartoon character that I've never really perceived as goth, just moody.
I feel
never
like this
watched
is
that
someone
show, so I wouldn't know.
I feel like either this is someone trolling or someone just trying to be whatever. That's fine. I actually had a Aedan Paladin say I had a good Linkara cosplay, which she met me in person, and it mortified her.
She was drunk.
Yeah, but it mortified her, and I never let her forget it because, haha. All right, guys. We're gonna end off the stream here. Thanks everybody for being here. Expect videos. I'm failing at being clever. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. To be fair, it was pretty clever. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we're gonna end off the stream here. If you guys are new here, we stream every Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and we will have another stream next week at the same time. We will have videos throughout the week based off of the stream. We'll take stuff out of the stream, and basically, so if you guys have missed the stream and you just want to catch the uploads, you can. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Let us
have no fear, discount superheroes here. Well, you're here just in time for the end of the stream.
end.
But hey, if you're new here or you're not new here, stick around to the end of our outro because it is great because we have a great message for you at the end. Before we go, stream elements for therapy through Theron Fox. Thank you.
Indeed. Hello, new person.
Take care, Master Rim. I hope you enjoy your off. Be safe and you two are appreciated. All right. I think so, guys. I'm gonna do this as a new feature where it says you can like click to end your stream and it will play your outro first. I'm gonna try it. It might not work. So if the stream just ends abruptly, I apologize.
Wait, do you have that final clip as part of the outro?
Yes, I do. And actually, it says play outro and end the stream. Okay. Bye, guys. We'll see you guys next week in other videos. Bye.
See ya.
TikTok, the stream ends with midnight chimes. Pixelated therapy, cross digital lines. Hit subscribe for the void to make sense. Comment your woes, a form of recompense. Like the shadows merge in the twilight's haze, our channel's a refuge, a weird therapy maze. Can't pay a shrink, we got you fam. Laughs and guidance in this goth jam. Like the video break, the algorithm style, share with your crew. Escape life's hell, from spooky memes to advice obscure. Here's your dark solace of humor as a cure. Own the night with our ghastly delight. Vendor of laughs in the negative light. Darker than your overcooked roast. Sub to the channel that you love the most. Belt holes, it's the end time fair. But your issues, leave them right there. Strings of crypt, bury your dread. Return tomorrow for the undead.
I think it was Dostoevsky who said, "Later,